Welcome back to another episode of The Radio Psychs, your premier podcast for insights into everything mental health. I'm Dr. Aaron Haddock.
And I'm Dr. Rhonda Yu. We're psychologists who care about people and bringing science to practice.
And we're so glad to have you join us.
Please note that the information shared in this episode is solely intended for informational and entertainment purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical or mental health advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Today's topic is houseplants and your mental health. Hey, Aaron, rumor has it you've been talking to your ferns again?
You caught me. I got to tell you, man, my ferns, they're great listeners.
I'll bet.
You know, it's amazing how something as simple as a houseplant can have real significant effects on our well-being.
Now, many of us have probably seen the marketing, the signs that say something like, "This plant will clean your air and save your life."
Well, some plants are known to act as natural air purifiers, absorbing toxins and releasing oxygen.
This is a strong selling point, especially given that Americans spend up to 90% of their time indoors, where the level of pollutants can be up to 5 times higher than what you get from the air outside.
And it may come as no surprise that improved air quality has been found to positively influence cognitive function and reduce stress.
But how much of an impact can houseplants really make on our indoor air quality?
Well, there's an often cited study led by NASA in 1989 that showed certain common indoor plants helped clean the air in sealed environments, like space stations. The lead researcher on the study claimed that houseplants could provide a promising economical solution to indoor air pollution. And other studies have confirmed that plants can remove volatile organic pollutants. But here's the thing. Our indoor environments are not like space stations.
Yeah, you're right. What's observed in a test chamber isn't necessarily going to be what we see in our homes.
There's a 1992 memo on the NASA study from the Environmental Protection Agency that stated to achieve the same pollutant removal rate reached in the NASA chamber study would require, get this, 680 plants in a typical house.
That's a lot of plants.
That's a lot of plants, man.
Yeah. Well, in a more recent study published in 2019, it was found that in indoor spaces like homes and offices, the air from outside or ventilation helps reduce the levels of pollutants much more quickly than plants can remove them. Researchers calculated that it would take somewhere between 100 and 1,000 plants per square meter of floor space just to compete with a couple of open windows in a house.
What? I don't have that kind of space.
Yeah, me neither. Well, can you imagine how much it would take to care for hundreds of plants in your home? I have enough trouble keeping one potted plant alive. But here's the good news. Introducing plants into your home can still have a positive impact on your mental health, even if they don't do such a great job of cleaning the air in your home.
That's right. Studies suggest houseplants play a role in reducing stress and improving our state of mind. The presence of greenery seems to have a calming effect on our nervous system, whether we're exposed to it outdoors or indoors.
And you don't need 1,000 plants to benefit from these effects, do you?
No, you don't. Research suggests having 5 or more leafy companions can amplify positive emotions, but there's no clear rule for how many you need to see benefits. Even just one can potentially make a difference.
Okay. So it's not just about how many plants are in the house, but other factors play a role as well. Like, does it look healthy? Or is it placed where I see it a lot? You can probably imagine having one healthy plant on the desk where I work for 8 hours a day is going to be a lot more helpful in boosting my mood than having 5 sickly plants in a closet somewhere.
Exactly.
Aaron, can you tell us more about how plants affect our emotional state?
Yeah, so there's this concept, it's called the biophilia hypothesis, which says we, as human beings, possess an inherent connection to plants. And this relationship is so powerful that it only takes a few minutes for us to start feeling better when we're around them.
It happens very quickly, doesn't it? There are studies that show just 20 minutes spent in the company of plants can evoke positive emotions.
That's right. In one experiment, people reported feeling happier after just spending 5 to 10 minutes surrounded by houseplants. In another, people reported feeling more positive and at peace after spending 15 minutes near a 5-foot tall plant. Plants also have tremendous restorative capacity. when we focus on demanding activities for a long period of time.
Like what we do at work.
Yeah, like what we do at work. It can lead to mental fatigue and negative emotions that affect our ability to remain focused. Seeing a plant in this situation where we're feeling far from our best helps restore our depleted mental resources, renews our positive emotions, and boosts our productivity and focus.
And the simple act of maintaining a houseplant can bring a sense of accomplishment. Now, let's take a moment to talk about plant selection. Say you're in the market for a new houseplant. How do you choose?
Well, physical appearance matters. Pick something that's green, attractive, and healthy.
And consider plants with rounded leaves. Research shows that most people prefer curved objects, and rounded leaves may help to elicit positive emotions. Also, think about what any particular plant brings up for you. For example, some people find that certain plants evoke happy memories, like palm plants, which are often associated with holidays or tropical destinations.
Yeah, plants with spikes, narrow pointed leaves, and sparse canopies are usually less preferred, maybe because of the association between sharp looking objects and danger.
Also, if you're looking for a calming effect, consider a plant that is physically interesting enough to capture your attention. Maybe something with a striking pattern or bold colors.
And is there an option for people who don't want to care for a real plant?
That's a great question. And the answer is yes. Faux plants, which are fake plants that can look very much like the genuine article, I really like them personally because I don't need to worry about them ever wilting or dying. And the science is clear. Whether they're real or not, both can help to promote mental health.
Now, before you go buy a bunch of houseplants, real or fake, we need to recognize that houseplants are not a cure all for mental health. They can be beneficial, but they are also just a piece of the larger puzzle that contributes to your mental health.
And that's a wrap.
Thank you so much for joining us on this botanical expedition.
If you have comments, questions, suggestions for future episodes,
Or some more recommendations for houseplants?
don't hesitate to reach out. Take care and be well, everybody.
Take care and be well.